So I just had me a funny interaction. I told people on one of these Instagram reel things or whatever that, because people were, not so sure about, advice I was giving them on how to make a plastic weapon more lethal. And I go over some things, and I got people sort of taking me for a joke. And I made it very clear, like, I make poisons, actual poison, and I also make weapons. And you got this guy who said he read the entire, all the directions I gave for how to make a plastic weapon more dangerous, and so he says, "Oh, I read the whole thing this guy wrote," and I come back a minute later, and he's talking about how he makes poison. And, no regular person does that. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. I mean, it's funny, right? It's funny that you would bring this up when, the mention alone should clue you in. But, you're you're following a page that's showing you boxing combinations while also during the combination, you're ejecting a wrist blade like from Assassin's Creed, a plastic one, and the guy is even telling people that you can find these on Amazon, and Amazon sells them, and you can buy swords and knives and axes at any old fucking store. It's like, I don't understand what's going on. Are you just one of those guys that just hangs out and doesn't take any of this shit seriously? Like, this is a serious world. This is a dangerous world. I made it very clear with a comment in response that if you're not capable, you're worthless. That's just the way of the world. You could be walking down the street, and if you can't defend yourself, if you have to deal with a wild animal or a crackhead or a homeless person that's mistaking you for someone that owes them money, or if you have to deal with a corrupt officer that's off the clock. Like, if you're not capable, you're fucking worthless. And that doesn't even extend just to speaking on the martial arts. That extends also to people skills, things to do with business, all these things and more. So, if we're going to be worried about someone mentioning that they make poison, I haven't done this in a while. It takes 9 months for me to make my signature brand, my signature batch of poison. No one else makes poison like me, but I don't make other poisons. I don't make poison like other people do. So, yeah, it's deranged or whatever, but at the same time, it's like if you don't have skills, when we as a civilization reach a point of fallout, if we reach a point where civilization has collapsed and you're not capable, if you don't understand how to deal with a situation where the people are completely oppressed and the only way is to deal with the people at the top and the way that works, like, I don't know what to tell you, but, you probably should be thinking more about what happens if everything falls apart. You should probably be thinking about all kinds of things. I have gigabytes of information on, like, survivalist stuff. The list of things I could mention just carries and goes on and on. I'm something of a useful person. I'm quite resourceful, and I put myself out there for any communities that I could be involved in. Excuse me, because that's what a capable person would want to do, that thinks on community, that thinks on the future, that thinks on all these things and more. I don't just bring up things like I make poison and stuff. Like, this is a thing that I mentioned to you so that when you fucking even dare to try to, even if you could claim that you're joking, but I don't take it as a joke, try to say that the instructions I wrote for you to make a plastic weapon lethal more than it already is, you say it's gotta be AI for, like, talking about, like, the thing that I wrote for you, that I took time to write, very specific directions, very articulately. and you're gonna bring up AI and shit, I have to get serious with you for a moment because you're gonna try to say that I would use such an inhumane, diabolical tool like that to do something for me that I can do myself. So you're going to try to me, like when you say that, like, you're basically implying that I don't know anything when you say that I'm just using AI to provide you with information, step-by-step information on how to make something more useful in the case that you need to be a lethal person. You guys don't comprehend what it means to say some dumb fucking shit to me, like, oh, he wrote AI. So because I wrote just way too much that you can't read, which is frankly a terrible admission for you to make, even though you're not saying it, right? Oh, it's just because no one would dare write that much, so I don't know anything, right? So I have to be expressly direct with you and tell you that I not only make my own weapons, I also make poisons. I don't do things for no reason like a lot of you do, okay? Like, people don't go to the gym and work out for no reason. People don't go to their job for no reason. People don't read books recording that, audio for people to have later. They don't write books for you to learn things for no reason. This is the real world. Okay? So when I take the time to give you useful instructions, don't write some dumb fucking shit. I don't take it as a joke when you say, oh, it's gotta be AI. Gotta be AI. I don't take it as a fucking joke. And if you are too small of a mind to comprehend why it's a stupid fucking thing for you to write such a dumb fucking comment like that, then, I don't know what you're doing. Like, with even responding to people, because you don't know how to fucking act. And yeah, you could say this video of mine is all spurred off of the fact that someone called me deranged, and also because someone said that what I wrote, my very lengthy instructional comment, you're saying that this isn't a small thing. I'm a man. I'm a real man. I exist in the real world. I take stock of actual danger. I carry very deadly weapons with me when I go outside because I know what the world is like. I know what my neighborhood is like. People may ask, like, why are you doing it? It's like, do you not fucking see the world that you live in? Do you not recognize your surroundings for what they are? Are you just that dense and numb to the world that you don't fucking understand anything? You think that all the things that we do is just because it doesn't line up with the shit that you would do, right? So it makes no sense? Really? Do you not have any comprehension to you about the world that exists outside of your bedroom walls? Do you just not understand the world? I mean, these are some of the same people that don't even know that it's ideal to go to a trade school instead of college. These are the same people that don't value the courses in school that aren't available for us anymore, like home economics. I bet you don't even know how to balance a checkbook. You probably don't even know how to sew clothing. You probably don't even know how to purify water. Like, should I keep going about how useless you are? Like, I've had people in the past try to make jokes at me about, like, oh, your beard is fake. Like, listen, I'm a real fucking man in the real fucking world. And again, like, and I will say this for as many hours per day as it takes for someone to finally get it through their fucking head. If you are not capable, you are useless. Should I spell it out for you? I can. Actually, I will. I'll write it in the fucking description here. But just do me a favor, like, don't fuck with me about this shit, because you're trying to downplay people who spend their life on things, and that's insulting.